Well, I got a few dosimeters and parts. This all came in one box. They had a sale from the Canadian government, the GC surplus. Now, this was one box. They also had pallets of other radiation detection equipment. I would have loved to have bought those, but I don't live near Ottawa, and the shipping out to the west coast would have been over $500. So this is what I got. Now let's go through them. Now some of these I will be tearing apart in another video, since this one would just get too long. Oops. Let's grab one that's not attached to... Now what I'm going to do is just zoom in to make life easier. So, I got 8 of these Siemens MK 2.3 dosimeters. Now this part here, which is the end cap for the battery, tended to fail on almost all of them. I've got 2 end caps, and one of them already broke just by touching it. The plastic was very brittle. Also, on the displays on all of these, the displays don't work perfectly, so there's bits and pieces missing. So when I do a video on tearing these apart, I'll just see if there's any way I can actually get good numbers out of it. But anyway, I'll be getting the silicon photodiodes out of these, and whatever else I can scavenge. So I got 8 of them to play with. Then I've got 3 Dosemeter charging units from Stephen Mitcham, England, model 4800. And I'll be doing a video at some point on tearing one of these apart. This one here is a no-name. There's no markings other than the serial number. Very hefty in weight too. But, hey, it'll be good for taking apart. Then we get into, bring this up. This is a Rad Alarm, and I think that name's been used by a few companies. Manufactured by Russell Manufacturing, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Wow, we actually used to make stuff. It's got a power, alarm rate, battery test. I'll be sticking a battery in this at some point and seeing if it works. Looks like this one's actually fairly easy to get into. Probably its own video. This one here is a Rad Alarm 2 field meter from Russell Manufacturing, Edmonton, Alberta again. Yes, made in Canada. And it has a... Oop. Come on. Focus there. Warranty is void if this seal is broken or removed. That's probably going to happen. The battery compartment, I believe, is right here, so I'll be able to test this one also. And this one is fancier than the previous. It's got, if it's on A and A, power's off. B, it's 1 millironkin per hour. C, 10 millironkin, etc., etc. So that should be interesting to, oops, come on, focus up here. Try it out and see what happens. I'll try these when I tear them apart with a spicier source. Oh, and on this side, this is a unique one. There we go. This is not a normal dosimeter looking at gamma radiation or beta or alpha. This is a neutron dosimeter. And at whatever time's in the corner here, I'll take this out and open it up. Kind of looks like something that could vibrate, but it doesn't. It's a PDM 303 called My Dose Mini from Alokan Manufacturing, and that's out of Japan, I believe. Then, let's get to something from North America. This one here is made by Nuclear Associates, Carly Place, New York. And it is made in the US. So, model number is 06505. So essentially I'll be sticking a battery in this and trying it out at some point, and then probably gets taken apart non-destructively. Next up, this is a PDA-2 from Technical Associates, Canogoa Park, California. So another made in the US. Takes a 9-volt battery in here. This one does not work, so I will be taking it apart at some point. Because if you put a battery in there, all it does is display numbers even if it's turned off. So who knows, maybe it's fixable. Either way, I'll have a sensor from it. Then there was 2 of these ones. Again, from England, Stefan. Model 4200. Gammacom. And same, I'll be taking it apart in another video. LCD display. We'll probably have to stick a battery in this. It looks like it's got a little piezo alarm, which would be handy for warning you. And now the monster. I'm just going to push this a bit out of the way. I'm going to have to adjust the camera. Here's the monster. Okay, it is from Alpha Nuclear, made in Canada. Serial number PC196. It's an alpha dosimeter. And what I suspect is, with these, you put your little sample on it, probably a liquid sample, then let it soak in, you put it in here, then you take your reading, flip this over, serial connector. I'm not sure if this is power or what. I haven't got any information on this one yet. Got to do more digging. And for us that are old enough to remember the monstrosity, let's see, you got 9-pin here, serial, goes out to 25-pin, which goes back into a 25-pin, which then goes over to a 9-pin. Yeah. I think we all remember those days. And then there's this part here for it, which is kind of different. I'm going to have to find a manual for this. It kind of looks like if you're using it on, you have to put this in, but if it's off, you switch it around and stick this one in. And then they've got this plug-in for 5 seconds maximum. Okay, I haven't got a clue. Definitely more digging. But this one gets to be the guinea pig for being opened up today. And I'm going to cut the video at this point and finish it a tiny bit later. Supper time. Well, it's time now to open this one up. I have opened it up before, but I'll just do it. as the parts all fall out. It's got its little battery in here. Whoops. Oops. Little pins. And I thought okay, there it is. Let me just open this part up. There we go. And it takes the battery on this end. And it's falling apart. This thing was a pain to put back together. So, there you have it. Whole bunch of electronics. Obviously a custom chip or a processor. It's got a whole bunch of little dip switches here. And let's see. This chip here says it's P372, if you can read that one. Not sure. Doesn't feel like there's any window on that one, so it's probably all pre-programmed. I suspect this battery here is the backup, and here is the sensor. Now this is unique. I had to look it up on Wiki. You can't actually apparently detect neutrons with a scintillation material. So what they do is they coat the scintillation material with another material, and when the neutron hits the outer material, it emits, I believe, an electron, which then is picked up by the scintillation material, and of course it does all that counting, and then it goes into this part. Let's see what else is on this thing. Not a lot. And I won't be showing reassembling this thing because it is horrific. So, how am I going to test this? Well, next time I get on a nice long airplane ride, I'll take this with me. And that's about the only way I can test it. Because when you're flying in an airplane, you are being exposed to neutrons. And this thing, apparently, if you go on a 10-hour flight, should be able to detect some of it. So, that's the guts of it. Oh, let's see. Let's just turn it on. It works. There's not a lot for controls on this. It just sits there and reads. Actually, the only control is on and off. Made pretty simple. So that's it for this one. The other stuff, I'll be doing other videos for them. Have a good day. Bye.